Hello, this is Dr. Yum. This we are going to learn Intersect. So Intersect is one of the most popular the tool in the GIS. So I really want you to pay attention to the intersect functions. So let me click the intersection first. So the first of all, you need to understand the pictures. Okay. So now we got our two layers, which is a circle, which is the layer which is rectangular and then divided by a line. So two features, and there's a one like one circles. If you intersect each other, and then output will be here. So now take a look at here the color, the yellow and light green. So it became light blue and became the green. So it means here, if you the intersect is overlaying function, okay? Overlaying function. So you can put the light blue shape on the bottom. You can put the yellow circle on the top. Then you overlay two layers. It does not matter, you can upside down, okay? So the most important thing is the output shapes. The shape of the output is just like here. This part only touched each other, okay? So intersect, the result of the intersect, the output will be the touch the boundary of both layers. When you overlay two layers, they will touch each other, okay? So only that touch the boundary will be the output of intersect. It is very, very, very important concept, okay? So then, let's say this like the light blue rectangular layer has like the populations, okay? And then this circle layer has like the education attainment data, okay? So if you intersect, this output will contain the information of light blue in this part and the information of the yellow circle and only in this part. So this one will contain both information from both layers, okay? So now let me show you how to do it. So now we got here, we have the huge files, right? We have employee, highway buffer, and Cuyahoga County cities here. So this is, we got a city name here, right? This is what we need. And we got here OIS census tract and total household owner and renters like this. So I want to know I'm going to turn off these two, employee and highway, and now we got the highway buffer and Cuyahoga County City and Ohio census tract. And then let me clean up something unnecessary stuff in our data set. So this is what we need, okay? And let me open the Cuyahoga County cities. And this is what we need, okay? I'm going to open and find out delete the field, and this is our, let me delete everything, delete the field. So I want to delete, I want to have like GeoID and names, and I'm going to delete everything, okay? Yeah, because if you intersect two layers and all the information will be together. But you know, so I want to clean up my data first. This is Cuyahoga County cities. I click this, I select all, then I'm going to leave GeoID and names. Okay, and click OK and run. So if you have the feature class, you can delete the shape length and shape area. So at this point, I just turn off. So here, then I also open the, I'm going to open it, and I'm going to select OIS sensors track here. I'm going to select all. Okay. So sometimes it does not want to use just twice. I'm going to use new. Let me open like this. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. We don't need to touch anything else. So now I'm going to go back to our catalog and then drag it to our intersect. So you can intersect 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, 5 layers. Yes, you can intersect more than 2 layers. Okay? So I probably recommend you to use 3 or 4 will be the maximum. If you go a little bit like the 5 or 6, it is very difficult to recognize your data set. Okay? So I'm going to open the intersect here. So if you click this, I'm going to intersect highway buffer and Cuyahoga County cities and wire sensors track. So the size of each shape file is so different, right? It's so different. So I'm going to save this. Just remember the size of each layer are so different. So if you intersect, please see what's happened. Intersect 1. Okay, so I just selected 3 layers and then I saved in my Intersect geodata database. Then I click OK. And if you click this auto layout, it makes it pretty. And I'm going to right click and add to display, intersect and run. Okay, we got a result here. So let me turn off everything except for our output. Okay, what's happening here? So we had highway buffer and Cuyahoga County cities and Ohio census tracts. So Cuyahoga County city has the name of the cities, each city names. And Ohio census tract has like the household, renter, and owner occupier, right? It's a huge file, entire state Ohio file, right? Then, once we intersect 3 layers, and the result came out like this. So, if you intersect 3 layers, and then you need to remember the output of intersect will be the smallest boundary. It means output of intersect. If you intersect 1, 2, 3 layers, the output shapes will be the same as the smallest boundary shape file, which was highway buffer, right? So when we intersect, this one cut off. Why? Because we have the Cuyahoga County boundaries here, right? So this part, it did not touch each other with the Cuyahoga County, right? So now, this is the result of our intersected layer. Okay, the most important thing is we need to open the attribute table. Take a look at here. So this information is from Ohio Census Tract, right? We good? And then this information is from Cuyahoga County cities, okay? And where is the distance? Here we go. Distance. This information is from highway buffer. Okay? So now, this output, intersected output, okay? You need to remember the shape of intersected layer output. Okay? You need to remember that. You need to imagine before you intersect the layers, the output shape will be look like that. So you need to imagine that. Also, you need to know if you overlay, if you intersect the 3 layers, like the highway buffer, Cuyahoga County cities, and Ohio Census Tract, that means you are going to get 3 different data in one layer. Okay, you are going to gathering all the data of the 3 layer into one single layer, and then that one single layer shape will be the same as the smallest boundary of your input layer, which is highway buffer, right? So now I open the attribute table. So once you intersect everything, you need to remember whether or not you brought every information. So we got a distant buffer, so I'm going to delete this. We don't need this, and I don't need this, and maybe I don't need this too, because this is a city GUID, and I don't need this, and this is like the state ID, the 35, everything is within Cuyahoga County, right? So we don't need this. And now I am cleaning up my data set, okay? So this one I don't need this. Maybe we need this one, right? Because like we may join other like the data table to this layer. So we got a one text-based GUID, one numeric based GUID. So if you have your like the extra data table which has the numeric GUID, which is census tract, you can use this GUID. If you have like the data table which has the text-based GUID, then you can use this GUID when you join it. Okay. Anyway, now here. So now we got distance, city names, and total, like this. Okay. Now let's see Cleveland. Let's see the Cleveland. We got many Cleveland here, right? So I'm going to click, select the attribute, name equal C, right? Then Cleveland. Is it too fast? Okay, let me show you again. Click, selected by attribute. So I'm going to select all the Cleveland. Okay, so click the names. This name is same as this, equal, and then I'm going to get unique value. Then Cleveland starts with C, so I type the C. It does not matter, capital letter, and okay, C, and I'm going to click Cleveland and apply. So now we got 380 out of 951 segment. So let's take a look at here. This is Cleveland. This is Cleveland, okay? So let me bring down Cleveland here. Turn on. Okay? So this is within Cleveland, right? This is within Cleveland. Okay? So remove this. So how about like this? Now let's do something interesting stuff. So now we have here total population, owner, and renters. Okay. So I wanna know like the total of this the household and owner and renter based on in the city and in the buffer distance. How we can do that? Okay. Do you remember like the last week we learned dissolve function, right? We learned the dissolve function. So now here this is our intersect the input layers, and this is a factory, and then we create the intersect layer here. Then I'm going to dissolve this intersect layer based on distance buffer and city name, and then I'm going to calculate, aggregate the total and renter and owners. Okay, so let's see here. Where was the data management? Maybe I think generalizations here. Okay, dissolve. So this dissolve is same as this dissolve, right? I just cannot drag to here. I can drag to here, this one. So now here. So now the output of intersect is going to be input of dissolve, right? So I'm going to connect this each other, and see here input, yes. Then I'm going to open. So to remember this, I want to make this segment like this, which is based on distance and city names, right? I'm going to dissolve this layer based on distance and city names, right? Then I want to calculate what? Total, owner, and renter. And I'm going to aggregate them. Sum. So I'm going to save this, intersect one with dissolve. Okay, I click OK. So now you can see the process. Add to display, I'm going to run. So now look at this. How it looks different from here. Can you see the dissolve? So now we are going to open the dissolve table here. Okay, here I'm going to ascending like this. So if you're ascending here, so highway buffer has like the, look at this, highway here. Where's highway buffer? Here we go. Highway buffer like the 0.25 mile to 1 mile. Okay. So our result is like this. Each city has like this, right? Actually, within this number is like the redundant. Okay, so we intersect the polygon, so sometimes it creates error, but at this point, like the result does not matter, because I really want to show you how we can connect this intersect function and dissolve function together, right? So we can see here, let's see the Cleveland here, like this. So in the Cleveland, you know, like the 0.25 miles, and like the total household, and like the owner and renters, we can calculate like this. Okay, this number is not correct anyway, Okay, these numbers are not correct. Okay, but I want to show you how we can use like the intersect function, and then how we can connect those like the output of intersect with like the dissolve, you know. So anyway, if you understand this process, that's enough. Okay. Okay, now I want to ask you one question. Can we intersect? Can we intersect employees and, let's say, Cuyahoga County City? Can we intersect? Let me see here. Okay. So this is employees data. Cities, like this. Okay. This is employees data. Okay, the question is, can we intersect different types of shapefile, which is point shapefile and polygon shapefile? Let's do it. And we are going to find out intersect. And I'm going to intersect employees and Cuyahoga County cities. Okay, so you may notified if I click here, and then now the intersect function shows you employees, which is point data, highway, which is the polyline, right, and Ohio County cities, which is polygon. It shows you like this. It means you can intersect point, polyline, and polygon all together. If you cannot intersect, it does not show you on here. You cannot select. Okay, so intersect, you can do that. Okay, so now we select these two, right? And I'm going to select. I'm going to save this thing in here. I would say intersect point and polygon. Okay, so I'm going to click OK, add to display, and run. Look at this. Look at this. This is the result of intersect, and I'm going to open it. Now you remember this part belongs to employees, right? I open to both of them. So here, this is employees attribute table. This is the now just intersect output. So city, state, zip, and job family. City, state, job family. This information from employees layer, right? How about this one? No, this one is from Cuyahoga County city layers. Let me delete this one. So now it means if you intersect the point and the polygon, the result shape always point, because point is smallest boundary. Actually, it's not the boundary, right? But each polygon, each point file will have those kind of information. Okay, so let me see here. The first one, this is this employees. I'm going to click this. Okay, I'm going to click this. This is like the strong spill, blah blah blah. So let's see here. Okay, this is strong spill, right? This is strong spill. So what if you don't have those kind of city information in your employees layer, but in order to do something you need the city information? Then you may intersect with city layer and your employee layer, then you can get this information like this. Okay, yes, you can intersect city and the polygon and point. What else? Employees and highway. Can we intersect? Can we? Yes, we can intersect, but we will have no result. Because any employees lives on the highway. Right? They don't touch each other. Nothing. Right? So it does not work. Okay? As I said, you can intersect point and line, but this line does not touch any employment addresses. Okay? Yes, it looks like it touched it. If you zoom in a little bit, here we go. No, it does not touch. Right? So even though you can intersect the point and line, you will get nothing. Okay? Of course, you can do like the line and polygon. Okay? So intersect, you need to remember this one. These pictures, the smallest that touch the boundary. You know, this shape the same as these shapes, like that they touch each other. Only this shape will be the input, and this input will contain the information from both sides. Okay, that is the key, right? Okay, this is intersect. That's it. Thank you.